Hey everyone, Pip from Premier Team Building here, back once again. Thank you for tuning in to another one of our leadership videos. If you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe down below. That way you're kept up to date with everything leadership and team building, so we can help you get the very best from your staff. Our details are also in the description, so if you have any questions, want some assistance, you can contact us. We're always here to help. Regardless of where you are, we operate all over Australia and around the globe as well. Today I want to talk to you about leaving it to the professionals. We briefly talked about this in one of our previous videos about team bonding versus team building. If you haven't checked that video out, strongly recommend to do so. It'll pop up at the end as well. But it's really important to recognize the benefits of leaving it to the professionals. We hear this all the time from potential customers. Oh, I've got someone on my team who can do this. Oh, I've got a degree in psychology. I've done leadership. I can do all these things. That's my job. Fantastic. Are you doing it? Is it working? Are other areas of your business suffering because you're doing this? If you are trying to take a different task on or give someone else a different task, if it's not part of their job, are they able to actually handle that new responsibility and their old responsibility? There's only so much any of us can do. If you have expectations of a certain job being filled and you give that same person more responsibilities, something's got to give. Either their original job is going to fall behind or their new task is not going to be performed as well. This is where leaving it to the professionals could be a benefit for you. But if you want to do it in-house yourself, fantastic. We wish you all the best luck. Please make sure you take the time to really research what you're doing. Seek out some outside advice if need be as well. But there's a few things you should be aware of. If this is not your regular position, your regular job, or your regular attitude, there's a good chance your team will not take you serious. When one of our facilitators goes to an event, they are expected and know our team to have this annoyingly infectious positivity and sense of fun while developing their business skills as well. But if you're not that kind of person on a regular basis and you need to come into this fun, wacky personality, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. You've gone from being this tough manager, leader, boss, to this fun, wacky facilitator. The point could be missed and the team might feel talked down too. Like you're treating them like children because that's not who you typically are. Also, when you do a program like this all in-house, you really need to approach it delicately. If you ever say, all right, team, we need to do some team building, there's a good chance someone's going to take that sideways and feel that they're being attacked. We've seen it a number of different times from businesses. When they get someone internally to do this, that person's automatically put on a higher level. They're not part of the problem. They're here to solve the problem, which is down here. But if you're a good leader, you know you're part of the team. Now, if you're not aware of Extreme Ownership, we seriously recommend checking out the book, the audio book. Extreme Ownership will be a great tool for leaders to be aware of. But you're part of the team. So by doing this internally, there's a chance you really separate yourselves from it and you're blaming others. And this, you might not mean to be, but there's a good chance your staff might take it that way. This is why leaving it to the professional might be better. Also, we've seen it so many times where businesses are like, oh no, I've got a degree in this, I'll take care of that. However, month in, month out, they're always advertising for new positions. They're always seeking for new people. And they don't ever seem to actually be investing within their team. If you have a degree in psychology and leadership or whatever it might be, are you actually using the tool, or are you staying back and diagnosing the problem and go, yep, that's what's wrong with the group. I know now. Where's the follow through? If you're not going to act on these changes and make some implementation yourself, you're wasting your time and ultimately you're wasting your money. And that's what it really comes down to. If you're doing these events in-house, you're doing it typically to save money. But you're not. And that's where it comes down to. There's a strong possibility that the person who's doing that, if it's not their job, another area is suffering. Money being lost. Whereas by bringing an external agency in, They're taking all that responsibility. Everyone's still doing their regular job and everything's happening normally while this person's able to build everybody up at the same time. To give you an example on some simple financial figures about this, to replace one person on your team, the average cost is $5,000. That's simply posting a job, reviewing applications, interviewing, and preparing to induct somebody. There's nothing about the downtime before, during, and after until that person's found, interviewed, trained, brought in, and up to speed. That itself can be between $30,000 to $60,000 in some studies. If you really want to get your money's worth from your team and get them to develop the best, we strongly recommend getting a professional to do it for you. Look around you at the departments that you outsource to. We personally, we use an accountant because that's not our profession. We are not professionals at that. So we've employed somebody to do that for us. Or if you're a very large company, you might have an accounting team and a marketing team. You have these people whose sole job is to do these tasks, but do you have somebody within your business whose sole job it is to team building? Or is it something you kind of sneak into the human resources pile? And if human resources is coming down to do team building, once again, there's a good chance that when someone high above is coming in from internally, people are feeling personally attacked by that person's presence. So what they're trying to do is they're going to start defending themselves. If you have an internal person, such as someone higher up, and they're coming in to deliver these team building activities, there's a good chance that someone's going to feel defensive and have to defend themselves and the team and defend their actions. Now, I've worked for some companies, worked with many companies where they've tried to do this all in-house. We'll get our human resources to come in. Or like, oh, we want to improve these things, so we're bringing someone from head office down to tell you what to do. But those people aren't ever there. They don't really know what's going on. And they're the ones who can be quite viewed as the enemy a lot of times because they're coming from their ivory tower and they're telling the people down the trenches what to do better. But if you bring a professional in, you're all on the same playing field. Managers are there with their team. They're all on the same level and you're all mixed in together. When we personally do leadership activities and the managers there, we'll quite often make sure that they're not the leader of an activity so that the team has the opportunity to shine. It allows the managers to see who's actually doing better. It also allows a manager to see who's got good leadership skills than the others if they're not taking over. It also helps them become less of micromanagers and puts more faith back in the team, ultimately giving them more time for what they really need to be doing as managers and as leaders. In a team, you're all on the same level. Bring somebody in who's a professional who can help facilitate this, who's able to address your actual goals, targets, and objectives. Work with somebody who's results driven like ourselves, who want to actually see the benefits month after month after month with your team and not after a simple quick fix. If you do something internally, there's a good chance it's a simple quick fix because once the games are over, once the event's over, you're back into your real mode again. And there's a good chance you're not going to keep up to date with everything and things are going to fall off because you have other responsibilities. Whereas bringing someone externally, they're able to hold your team accountable for their actions and check in to make sure that they're using those new skills that were developed. If you want to do things internally, that is your prerogative. We just want you to be aware of some potential risks you could be facing by doing it all yourself. Remember, building a team is a serious game and we play to win. If you have any questions or details are below, we hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.